Hello best friends! So recently I was watching Kick the PJ's channel and I came across a video called The Fantastic Monster Tag, and as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I am doing it too. The rules are very simple. All you do is you talk about 5 monsters that have recently come into your life. PJ didn't actually tag me, but you know me, I'm a maverick and I don't play by no rules, so I'm doing it anyway. Also, I'll put a link down there to his video so you can check that one out too. Enjoy! Monster number 1 is known as Furbag. If you know Sully from Monsters Inc., Furbag is actually his cousin. Unfortunately, he's also his brother. The incest that created him has left him a little bit sociopathic, and he takes pleasure in pretty degrading activities. He may look cute and fluffy and friendly and innocent, but actually, one of his favourite activities is to pull off the legs of kittens and swing them round by their tails. He is, in fact, the reason Mike Wazowski only has one eye. Furbag is an all-round horrible bastard, but to make things worse, he lives under my bed. So if I'm asleep and I leave my feet hanging out of the duvet, he will eat them. Next up, we have Zombrian. Brian looks and smells like a rotting corpse, but to be honest, he's not actually that bad. He's constantly hungry and not great at socialising, so probably best to avoid inviting him to parties. He likes his meat very, very, very rare and enjoys brains and intestines and such. But as long as you keep him well fed, he's actually alright. Do try not to engage in long conversations with him because he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, and the best response you'll get is probably a Also, bear in mind that if you do set a date with Brian, you may want to let him know a time that is an hour before you actually get there, because being a zombie, he's pretty slow and as such is usually late. Quite possibly the worst of all of the monsters is Ice Bitch. Weirdly, Ice Bitch is actually the 3rd sister of Elsa and Anna from the film Frozen. Unlike one of her sisters, she also has icy powers. However, Disney didn't want her to be in the film because she's a bitch. And also, she really can't sing very well. Sometimes I feel a little bit bad for her because she just can't get warm. No matter how many layers she puts on or how high she has the heating, she is still absolutely freezing. But then she goes and makes popsicles out of unicorn blood and bits of orphan animals that you find in the rescue centre, and suddenly, my sympathy disappears. Next is Mooney. Mooney is a werewolf and by default is obviously absolutely terrifying. But you should never judge a book by its cover. He's actually quite nice and just wants a friend. Granted, once a month he does get pretty irritable, but hey, so does half the population of the world. The difference with him though is that when it is his time of the month, there isn't any blood involved. In fact, Mooney is a vegan and he would never harm another living thing. He smells quite bad, like a massive wet dog, but once you get past that and the superhuman strength from the fact that he's got massive razor sharp teeth and claws, he's actually a really nice guy. He's just a really big, warm-hearted puppy that loves to be scratched behind the ears. Ghost is always angry and very aggressive. In his former life, he was a wrestler, but he died in the ring in a freak accident involving a wet floor and his own elbow. As a result, he has unfinished business and likes to exert his strength by starting fights with pretty much everyone he sees. He doesn't win very often though, because of course he's a ghost and can't actually touch anything, which just frustrates him even more and makes him even angrier, and thus the cycle continues. So, they are my monsters. Bit of a weird video, but it was fun to do. If you enjoyed it, then let me know. I love you and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye!